Alright, so here's another update. This is about my 6-month review. I'm at 23, just over 23,000 miles. Let me see if I can get it to make this sound. Listen. There was a clunk when I yanked the steering wheel back. I did a little bit of research. Let me see if I can get it to do it again on this turn up here. Yeah, right there. So I did a little research on that. Apparently that is the radiator bouncing around. The solution is to basically disassemble the whole front of the car. From what I saw, there's a TSB out there for that, and apply some tape or something to some kind of mounting brackets or something like that. So 6 months in, I'm still under the CPO warranty, so this will be the third time I've had to take it in for repairs in 6 months and 5,000 miles. It's a good thing it came with the warranty, because they've addressed a few things for me. As I mentioned in my other videos, off the top of my head, if you haven't seen my other videos, it was the SCR tank had to be replaced. They gave me the countdown to death, and it was funny, the timing. I had just gone back to the dealership to pick it up after having something else repaired, and then had that problem. I think, yeah, the other thing was there was a piece of plastic in the steering wheel rattling around when I first got it. They never could figure out what caused that, and I haven't had any further issues like that. Then the other thing, sort of major, was I got an all-wheel drive system message, and it made a god-awful racket for one trip, and then it cleared itself up, but it stored a code, and they ended up needing to drop the rear differential and replace, I think it was called the clutch control module. So a lot of little things going on with this car that require trips to the dealership. It's actually been one of the more unreliable cars I've owned. Oh yeah, and I think I mentioned in the other video too that the radiator hose popped off one day when I was out driving and lost the coolant. I kept my eye on the temperature though, so I never actually overheated it. I think it got up to like 240, 238, something like that. It just barely displayed the message where it said power reduced, and then I shut it off. I was at my house by then, but I had to stop like 3 times and let it cool off before I could get to my house. After all that, I still like the car. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing that I doubt they'll be able to troubleshoot. I've actually tried several times to capture a video of it, but haven't been able to. Yeah, I just tried right there and it wouldn't. So sometimes, maybe 1 out of 20 times when I floor it, it acts like a gasoline engine does when it's having fuel cut out. So there's something going on there. I don't know if there's something loose, like in the air intake system or whatever. When I had a diesel cruise, I had the pipe that connects to the, I don't know, something with the turbo system, maybe charge air intake, I don't know. I can't remember it cracked, popped off, and it made it kind of a big issue. It was actually the only time my cruise left me stranded. But those are the updates with this thing. It's a really neat car to drive. It's very comfortable. I like the diesel engine. I'm not sure how long this thing's gonna last. I was thinking about selling it while it was still under warranty, but I don't know. My plans right now for now are to just keep it, see how it holds up for a while. I go through cars pretty quickly, so it's actually gotten to be pretty unusual for me to keep a car for 6 months. Yeah, I think that's about it, other than sometimes when I have my Bluetooth connected and I push the button to tell Siri to do something, it will do this repeat cycle on the screen, like it never stops, and it keeps like virtually pushing the button over and over and over again. It's done that ever since I first got it, and I actually did tell the dealer about that, and they couldn't figure it out. And then when I tried to replicate it, of course I couldn't, and as soon as I got home, it did it again. Anyway, if you want reliability, I don't think I recommend one of these things, but if you're a diesel fan, the one thing it does not do that I like in all the other diesels I've had is the sudden burst of torque when you floor it from a stop. This one seems to be programmed to gradually build the boost, so it doesn't have that fun kick like a lot of the other diesels do, but it's still pretty cool. I mean, you can definitely tell it's pretty torquey. I believe it's 240 foot-pounds of torque. It's not quick by any stretch, but it definitely gets out of its own way. All right, any questions? Let me know.